Man, it is week 10. Victory. Is there such thing as Victory Thursday?
No, but there's a Victory Monday. I know that. You know that's right.
The voice you're hearing is my bald brother, comrade, Eugene Robinson. How are you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. Bro, I'm telling you, after that win, going into Lambeau Field, if you're not excited about what the Carolina Panthers are doing, then something's wrong. Something's wrong.
I think they got inspired because, you know, you told that story last week about the Mud Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
I think you inspired some Panthers, that secondary at least.
Hey, dude, I tell you what, but it wasn't not only the secondary. Man, there's so much to unpack.
Yeah.
But let me start with that defense.
Yeah.
I thought the defensive front, I thought Turk Wharton had an incredible day.
Yep.
Derek Brown is almost hard to block. And he's showing up on screens. He's showing up on the ball down the field. I'm like, dude, this dude is ubiquitous, man. And so he's everywhere. And I thought that Rosebloom had his best game. Not overrunning people like he was been overrunning people, but actually being under control with that speed that he has. And in the secondary, they came up and confused Jordan Love. Jordan Love just looked like he didn't know where people were at. And he threw an interception right to Merrick, and then he threw another one that should have been one that's taken to the house to Jack. And I'm like, dude, they have him confused totally, and that's a recipe for disaster for the Packers. But for the Panthers, that was what they needed to do, because now all they have to do is outscore them just by a little bit.
Morick, I have to mention the safeties. Eugene is our resident safety here. He played well, man.
He did.
I mean,
he's been coming on, because I've been critical of him a little bit, because I would love to see him. So like, there's a distance that you need to be next to the line. If you're going to be coming down at the line of scrimmage, you need to have linebacker depth.
Right.
That way you can make the defensive end right, because what you see is what the running back sees typically when you're dropping down, as he's been dropping down a lot. And I'm like, dude, but if you get too close to the line of scrimmage, then you can't see, and now you become just a gap player and not a gap player who can play both gaps. And so from that standpoint, I've been a little bit tough on him. But now, I got no complaints, man. He's been showing up. He's been showing up in the running game. He's been showing up on that screen game. He's been showing up in that interception last week on that cover 4 when he had no work to do. He found work to go ahead and do.
Yeah.
That's what you always say, find something to do.
Yeah.
After you've done all your work, he found something to do and he got an interception.
We'll talk about the defense in just a second, but we want to get to the offense because the offense played well. Rico was the guy against the Packers. I want to ask this. Rico played well, 130. Even he was kind of banged up, still banged up, but he's expected to play against the Saints. Moving forward, because we didn't see a lot of Chuba. It was all Rico. Is this what we should be expecting?
This is the formula, dude.
Okay.
And here it is. Coach Canales, don't deviate from this formula. Do not deviate from what making Rico the prime ball carrier.
Yeah.
You know, he had 7 carries the week before.
Yeah.
He had 25-something carries this week. Had 136 yards, dude.
Yeah.
And 2 touchdowns.
Looked dominant.
And there was, if it was not for a holding penalty, he took off on like a 20-some-odd yard run. He would have had 160-plus yards if it wasn't for a couple of penalties. I'm like, this dude is incredible, explosive. It doesn't degrade. It doesn't do anything about Chuba. I mean,
but where does that leave Chuba? Where does that leave Chuba?
It leaves him as being the backup if something happens.
Okay.
Like you can still use him. You can still use him on some short yardage. Every back, you know, they got to take a break. At least, you know, they can't run every down.
Because Greg Olsen said something that we've been saying. He doesn't look like he had the same explosion. Granted, he came off of injury. But even before the injury, he's not as
explosive like that.
Okay.
I mean, when you think about guys who are explosive, you think of Jacobs at Green Bay. You think of Jonathan Taylor.
He looked good yesterday. I mean, he looked good last week, too.
You think of Jonathan Taylor. I mean, just boom, just explode.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson down at Atlanta. He's big, but he's explosive. And so Chuba he doesn't have that type of explosion, but what he does do, he runs the ball hard. Like he has great balance and he has great power. So, but he doesn't have that. I don't think that put your foot in the ground and you're gone.
Right.
Like Jimmy Horn. The one thing you notice about Jimmy Horn on our team is that when he decides to run, he's gone.
He's gone.
Rico Dowdle, when he decides he's about to go, he's gone, dude. It's not like you're sitting there waiting for him. It's like it's like the road runner on the cartoons. Beep, beep, he's gone, dude.
He's gone.
But Chuba's not that way. He's not built that way, but he's a good running back. And so from that standpoint, you got to go ahead and I got to give Coach Canales his props because he stuck with the running game, but he stuck with Rico Dowdle.
One thing that you talked about last week with the Bills, it was, and it looked like the Panthers picked this up. The Bills ran away from Derek Brown, or they ran away, but they what do you say?
They tried.
They moved. He moved side to side.
Yes, they did a lateral movement.
They did that with.
They tried. Micah. Hold up. They tried. They tried to go ahead and employ the same thing that they lost to the Bills with was that toss sweep, moving laterally, this and that. I'm telling you, Brown got so much penetration, boom, forward.
Yeah.
Now when he moves laterally, he's taking away a gap, man. He's taking away, see, if you move me laterally initially, you could push me out of the way, running back and cut off. But if you get penetration, boom, up the field first, and then you move laterally, you're taking away a gap that's not there. And now when you move laterally, you're starting to take away other gaps because you got the penetration. You won the penetration battle.
Right.
And that's what we were able to do.
Did we do it against Micah? Because it seemed like Micah was quiet. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, but that's a lot has to do with that explosion that you see with your boy Rico Dowdle because we did zone stretch plays and we did some power plays and some counter plays, but who makes it look good and makes it happen? Look, Rico has a patience about him. Like, dude, Nick, you could be right here and in a gap where he needs to get, and he'll just like hesitate.
He'll stop. He was like completely stop.
Boom, he'll hit it. And like, oh my goodness, you think you've missed your assignment. It's like he's making the other guys who are very good look a little bit more remedial on what they're doing because he's so good at what he does, putting his foot in the ground. And another thing we need to talk about, he has 8 carries the week before. Dude, a running back got to carry the rock,
You got to feed him. You got to feed a guy like. You got to feed like.
Because what they going to do? What they gonna do?
And I expect to do the same thing against the Saints. We're at home. The bright spot within the Saints defense is a guy like Chase Young. Another pass rusher.
Another pass rusher. But they've been struggling. They are 1-8.
1-8.
And they have been struggling big time.
Yeah.
They've been struggling offensively, and they've been struggling defensively. Look, my coach used to say, high school coach, kill a gnat with a sledgehammer. He would say, hey, man, make sure you cover it up. Get a big old sledgehammer and a little tiny gnat. Bow. Make sure you get everything, right? And he was being like, hey, when you got a chance to dominate when a team is in flux like the Saints are, and they're floundering around and trying to find
rebuild mode.
I know, and they're trying to find something. Didn't they just lose Rashid?
They just traded.
They traded Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah, Rashid Shaheed, the wide receiver, they traded him.
Now he's down at he's over at Seattle.
Yes, he's in Seattle. He's in Seattle. It was a lot happened.
Okay, you got Olave, who was that guy,
and
you had Shaheed, who is that also that guy.
Fan favorite too.
Dude, he's fast. He's got great speed, but he ain't gonna be there.
So speaking of receivers, I do want to ask on the Panthers offense, is this a get right game for some of those receivers? Because I thought at times, and maybe I'm just being hypercritical, XL looked lost. Jimmy Horn made efforts to get him the ball. T-Mac was just, he was there, but double coverage. He's a star receiver. But outside of that, it was quiet. Jalen Coker, I will give Jalen Coker this. Great run blocker.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome run blocker.
So Coach Canales said that we have not played a perfect game yet.
Yeah.
And what the perfect game is what you're trying to describe, like you saying, hey, man, what's up with they're there, but it's not like what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because they're running the rock.
I'm cool with that.
Dude,
we can lead with the run game.
Dude,
I'm cool with that.
Dude, they are running the rock like crazy. They are running that ball, dude. Like, hey, you can't stop them.
Yeah.
The offensive line, regardless of who's in there, regardless of a guy gets hurt, who cares a guy's hurt?
They're down to me right now. I was out there playing against the Packers.
Nyman, I forget the guard's name. But it didn't matter who's in there because they all are balling. That's a tribute to Coach Gilbert, man, and what he's doing. They're all balling, man. They know what they're doing. They know the schemes. And from that standpoint, when you have a 60-40 split, this and that, yes, you're gonna have a passing game, but it's not gonna be as prolific as you want it to be, because guess what?
Yeah.
Don't forget, Rico Dowdle had 2 touchdowns in that game, dude.
And we don't need, I keep saying this, we don't need Bryce to be Cam Newton. We need Bryce to be more Jake Delhomme.
Yes, I need the Bryce to go ahead. I need Bryce when you have a chance to get out of the pocket.
Yeah.
Or to save us, because you have the ability to run.
Yeah.
But I like your arm better than your feet. And I'm telling you in this one, I'm like, dude, I want you to go ahead and throw the rock, because I think that your percentage is going to only go up and increase because you have a knack of throwing people open. I think I think he's much better than we had in the previous 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
He's much, much better.
Much more calm, much more in control of the offense.
And Coach says the same thing when he gets in the thing. He instantly takes control of the offense, and everybody's like, "Uh-oh, E.F. Hutton speaking. Okay, what they doing? What's going on? Okay, cool." He's like that. He's that guy. And if you saw him from the surface, or you see just with the cameras on him and that, you don't think he's that guy.
No.
You don't think he's that guy.
I even questioned at the beginning of the season, but put some respect on our quarterback, man. Put some respect on our quarterback. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just moments here on Ball Brothers Panthers Preview, a.k.a. Panthers on the Plus. Or we can reverse that. Panthers on the Plus, a.k.a. the Ball Brothers Panthers Preview, Week 10. We're still workshopping. Week 10. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back here. Week 10 of Panthers on the Plus, a.k.a. the Ball Brothers Panthers Preview. Let's talk about the Panthers defense. They showed out against the Packers. Would you say one of the best defensive performances of the year, outside of the Falcons?
The Falcons, I think, is one of the best of the year. But I think of what validates them is this performance.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, the Bills blew the doors off our defense.
However, I think it lost some steam because of the lack of offense and Andy Dalton. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but not to the defensive players, because what you do is when you go in the meeting room and you see how they embarrass you, and you see that you couldn't stop Cook, you couldn't tackle Cook, you couldn't do a thing. He got 236 yards.
You're right.
The dude's all over the place, right?
Yeah.
And you realize that they are moving you, that was uncharacteristically out of your gaps like it's nothing, like it's absolutely nothing. When you watch that film, or if you don't watch the film, which I hope Coach didn't show it, and you relive those moments in your head, all you waiting for is another opportunity, dude. You like, hold up, dude, this ain't me. This ain't how we roll.
Look, they almost renamed the stadium after James Cook after that performance.
Dude, Cook was cooking, man. There's no doubt about that. But so it's not lost on the defense. It's not lost. So when you have a stake, as our defensive coordinator has a stake, he's the guy. Yeah. And all the defensive coaches, you have a stake, and you see you get blowed out like that. And I say blowed out, I know it's blown out, but it sounds better.
That's how we say it.
It sounds better blowed out. When you get blowed out like that, dude, I'm just saying, man, it just does something to your insides and messes with you, and all you waiting for is a chance to go ahead and redo it and go ahead and clean it up. You're looking for that chance. They did that against the Packers, and don't forget, Jacobs is one of the top running backs in the league, dude. Yeah. And you were able to contain him. Yeah. You know, no explosive plays. It was 13 to 16 or 19 to 16, whatever the score was. I forget what it was.
I think it was 13 to 6.
16 to 13. Yeah, because it was 13, and what's the name? We can figure out. But when you're playing clean ball, and you keep that team that is that prolific and it can't put points on the board like nobody's business, dude, that is a victory, dude. That is a victory, a huge victory defensively. And don't forget, we should have had 2 interceptions. There was a missed field goal in that game. Yep. There was keeping that team in control so that they were 1 for 5 in the red zone. Yep. That's the stat I'm looking for. Let me say that again. They were 1 for 5 in the red zone. That's 20%. 20%. 5 times they got at the 20-yard line or better inside in the red zone, and 20% of the time they came away with a score.
All right, so we got a rookie quarterback. I believe this is the first rookie quarterback we've seen this year. We've seen a lot of veteran guys this year.
That's right.
A lot of really good guys.
Who's the quarterback?
Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
Louisville cat. So he is their guy, right? They're moving forward with Tyler Shuck. What is the message for a guy like you when you play? When you know you're playing a young guy, especially a rookie quarterback, what is the message to the defense?
Is don't let him get settled. Don't let him get comfortable. They're going to keep things simple for the quarterback to make sure he's comfortable, he's easy. They're going to tell him to get the ball out quickly. They're going to have some short routes for him. Well, guess what? I need my corner. This is what I need my secondary.
Yeah. Mike Jack.
All of them.
Nick Scott.
I need Wade. I need my cats right there who are going to be covering man-to-man. Or if you're not covering man-to-man, maybe you're in the zone. Get in their face.
Yep.
Get in their face. Let the quarterback have to go ahead and make it. Are we playing zone? Are we playing man? This is window dress right here. Oh, I think it's man right here. Or maybe we're doubling. Or maybe we may play some facsimile of man. Maybe we're playing man on one side and zone another. Make this dude guess. And then what we did well against the Packers, Coach Ajero, I got to give you some props. You sent Wallace and you sent Roseboom up the gut on blitzes.
Yeah.
That as soon as he got the ball, he looked up, there was a dude in his face.
And he couldn't make that. He didn't have a lot. First, I'm not going to lie.
Throw it away.
First time I've seen a pass rush like that like that. I know we've had some semblance of a pass rush in some points against.
That was dominating.
That was a consistent pass rush.
And that's exactly what you want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that quarterback guessing that's received. They're down one of their top receivers, okay? So I want you to guess. I know that Olave's going to be your guy. So maybe I'm going to have J.C. Horn. Maybe you go ahead and get with Olave. I don't know, but I'm going to make sure that you ain't comfortable. I'm going to make sure that you ain't comfortable. And how you want to get comfortable? They're going to use Kamara to go ahead and give him the ball, get him the balls on run, little pass and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm eliminating all that stuff because I'm going to have dudes up in the front and I'm going to have my corners up there like this, right in front of them. Go right in front of them. Boom, hands on them, dude. Boom, hands on them. I want hands on him, dude, all day long, man. So when he got hands on him, the quarterback, he drops back, 3-step drop. Oh, I can't throw it here. Oh, I can't throw it here. 3.2 seconds is all you get. And guess what? After 3.2 seconds, you typically a sack. I don't mean to be getting out of my chair.
No, I don't mean to be getting out of my chair. Get up out of your chair.
But I'm just saying, I'm starting to be a football player, and I'm like saying, you got to take advantage. And that's what we would be saying if you got a quarterback who got hurt and you got a new guy that came in, we would tell Fritz Sherber when it was a Green Bay, hey, dial it up, baby. Dial it up.
When you're one of the 50 greatest players in the franchise's history, you have every right to stand up and demonstrate.
Well, okay, all right, I appreciate it.
I'm just saying you have that right. I have a beef on the safety. You know where I'm about to go with this one.
Because he played a good game.
You think he played a good game?
Well,
Nick Scott. See, you knew where I was going. Okay, it's obvious that
he had that fumble recovery, right?
Yeah, he happened to be in position.
But before he made the fumble recovery, what he did was he made the play because he was the first person to make contact with the guy who was blocking and knock him backwards.
But he did give up a big play downfield.
Yeah, he did. I know. I know. I'm with you, dude. I feel you. But guess what? I gotta give him his flowers when he played well. Scott played well, man.
Why is he? This seems like it's very head scratching. Why is he still the starter?
Because he's.
I don't hate Nick Scott.
I think he. Don't forget he was with Coach Ajero. I know he was, and so I think. But I. This is what I think.
Yeah.
I have, and I don't know if it's true to be not at all. But I think that the fact that you have Ransom and Richardson, who are, and I like Richardson a little bit better than Ransom, but I think they're outstanding backup safeties. I think what's going to happen, I think that one of those guys is going to end up moving in. It has that feeling to me that, and I think that guy may be Ransom. It just has that feeling to me. I'm like, this dude, you know what? Dude, they are too good to not be on the field.
You don't get frustrated watching Nick Scott as a former safety?
Sometimes I do.
just wanted you to admit that.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on, Nick Scott.
Yes, I do.
I'm like, you can't have my name.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. So sometimes I get frustrated. I got frustrated too because look, I know what it is, Nick, to go ahead and make an open field tackle. It's not the easiest thing in the way.
Yeah,
and I've seen some miss, and I've seen someone. I've been a run over too. But when my coach used to always say this, and this is Chuck Knox.
Yeah.
This is a Chuck Knoxism. He doesn't live anymore. He passed away a long time ago, but he coached me. He coached for the Buffalo Bills. He coached for the Rams, and he coached for the Seattle Seahawks for a very long time. And he's always say this. He said, winning cures everything.
Yeah.
He said, but when you lose, there ain't nothing there for nobody. Nothing. So I don't care how good you think you played. He said, if you played good, it looks bad.
Yeah.
If you play bad, it looks worse. He said, there ain't nothing good there for nobody. He said, but winning, he says, two great things about this game.
Yeah.
Winning and getting paid. And winning needs to be up there somewhere. And here it is. When you win, it masks and it camouflages stuff.
It does.
But he didn't play badly at all.
He didn't play bad.
But when we lost, guess what you say? And I said, man, what's going on with Scott, man? What's going on, Nick? Man, come on, dude. You got to come on up, man.
I will say.
That's exactly what we say because guess what? And we all under that umbrella because when you lose, there ain't nothing there for nobody.
I don't know if this matters or not, but I don't think he's a fan favorite. Trust me, every Sunday, one of my favorite things to do is to hop on Spaces on X, formerly known as Twitter, and there is
they're killing Nick?
Yeah.
Really? I say I don't keep up with social media. They're killing them, huh?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Well, look, the only way you eradicate that is by making plays like you made this past week with the Packers. And I'm gonna tell you, do this. Make that so that you can change the narrative of what people think about you.
Change the narrative, Nick. Scott, not Nick Sturdivant. Change the narrative, Nick Scott.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here in just moments here on the Ball Brothers Panthers Preview, a.k.a. Panthers on the Plus. Welcome back here on Panthers on the Plus, a.k.a. the Ball Brothers Panthers Preview. I have my Ball brother in.
You know that's right.
You know what time it is. Quick hitters for Week 10.
Okay.
We're about halfway through the season. Who's your Panthers MVP?
Dowdle.
You said that.
Dowdle.
Dowdle?
Okay. Man, Rico has got it going on. Rico's a dude.
Okay.
And if you don't know that Rico ain't the cat, there's something wrong. Rico is a dude. He's that guy that makes that engine move. Now the offensive line's playing well, but Rico, the way you put your foot in the ground, dude, the way that you got that little hezzy, he got a little hezzy like Steph Curry when he's dribbling the ball, like boom, and he gets that little like that little Kyrie Irving, boom, and then he's gone.
He's gone.
That's Rico Dowdle. He's my guy.
He's your guy. All right, so X Factor for Week 10. Who's your guy?
I think one person that you need to be aware of is Jimmy Horn.
Jimmy Horn, okay.
I think Jimmy Horn, because you concentrate on Tedero McMillan, right? And people look to get the ball to Leggett. But I'm telling you, coach is trying to find ways to get Jimmy Horn activated and acclimated and even more part of the offense. And I'm saying if they design like 10 plays to 12 plays for him, dude, I'm just telling you,
he's gaining some confidence too. Dude, he almost broke one against
Jimmy Horn is the real deal.
Yeah, I like Jimmy Horn. He's a fan favorite. Jimmy Horn. No shot at Nick Scott. All right, so
Jimmy Horn.
So trade deadline happened this week. A lot of big moves. Did the Panthers miss out on making any moves?
No, I think the Panthers need to concentrate on the Carolina Panthers. And what I mean by that is when you trade and you bring somebody in the mid-season, it's a little awkward because now they got to be a really good veteran that can just go ahead and seamlessly fall in line. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, you take Shaheed going to the Saints, right? Well, I mean, from the Saints to the Seattle Seahawks. Well, guess what? He knows what a 9 route is. He knows what a slant is. He knows all the stuff. So all he got to know was, hey, run this route. Yeah. And now he needs to be him. Now, of course, that you got the quarterback has to go ahead and learn how he does some things. But by and large, he'll go, oh, okay. I can figure that out.
Yeah.
Bringing somebody in from a defensive standpoint and at a safety or linebacker, very difficult because there's too much stuff that you got to do. Like a corner, I can tell you go cover 3, cover 1, boom, you're covering. Edge rusher, I can tell you rush off the edge.
Yeah.
Okay. Those other positions, strong safety, free safety, middle linebacker. Okay, it's totally different because it's too much communication that you got to do. Too much.
Speaking of corner, Asante Samuel Jr., I believe, came in for a tryout. I don't know what's going to happen with that. So much can change between now and Sunday. One more question. What is the secret sauce to keeping what's the secret sauce with the Carolina Panthers offensive line? Because despite injuries, they have been rolling.
So one thing, this is unique to every offensive line. They're probably one of the funniest groups in the locker room.
Yeah.
Right? They're probably one of the closest groups in the locker room.
Oh, that is true.
They hang out together. They're always with each other. On the road, they're together. You know, they really are. They're not much more fragmented as maybe defensive backs are.
Right.
But that group, typically the funniest group, pranksters, and they're always together, all of them. That's one of the secret sauces because the fact that they're such a tight-knit group. And then they have to be tight-knit because, dude, if one of those dudes mess up, see, it doesn't matter. You're going to call a play, right? And it's going to go to the right-hand side.
Yeah.
You're going to do a toss sweep right. So we're going to do a 28 toss sweep right. But just say if you're the guy who's your left tackle, just say he gets beat. Now, that toss sweep, if he runs down the line, which means not follow the what's name, but takes a shortcut and run down the line, if he comes back, he's going to knock out your running back.
I don't want to see.
He's going to knock it out. So here's the deal. They have to be really good at what they do, and they have to be right all the time as a group. They have to, because if one of those guys mess up, typically your quarterback sack, typically your running back, or something's going on. That's a big mishap because of the offensive line.
Shout out to the offensive line because they've been holding it down despite injuries. So
Coach Gilbert, shout out.
You know who else is holding it down? Us.
You know,
and Carlene.
Holding it down.
Holding it down.
Y'all gonna talk about the Gamecocks like y'all always do? Trying to drag the Gamecocks?
Rico Dowdle. He's a Gamecock. We talked about the Gamecocks.
We do.
Yeah, okay.
Y'all lost this.
We did lose to Ole Miss at home.
Yep.
We're off this week. Good news.
I know, that's the good news.
Bad news, we have A&M the week after. Yeah, that's the silence is right.
But I think though, I think that you better watch out. I think you might be able to surprise A&M.
Eugene, you tell them. You go down there.
I think you might be a surprise, A&M. We'll see. We'll see.
USC, get well soon. On that note, week 10 in the books. We still have the game, of course, but we'll see you back here next week. Every Thursday during the NFL season, we have a recap and looking ahead, previewing for the week ahead. My bald brother,
you know that's right,
Eugene Robinson, you know what I'm saying, was rubbed ahead. We'll be back next week. Thank you guys for watching.